Hey guys, it's Sean Uzumaki, and today, as promised, right after I've recorded my other video, I'm going to be doing a whole process of how I make a manga page. And I've got some new additions to what I'm going to be using. Alright, I think I should go over what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using pretty basic things. I'm going to be using some grey tone markers, a G pen, two G pens. One is for regular nibs and one is for thinner nibs like Maru nibs. Diplomat ink. I'm going to be using a kneaded eraser. I'm going to be using a pen eraser. I'm going to be using pigment liners. I'm going to be using white gel pens and two mechanical pencils. One is a more plasticky version and one is metal. I'm going to be using tape. I'm going to be using a ruler. I have 3 sheets of just regular printer paper, and manga wise I've got 2 volumes of bleach. I mean, you can see Jojo over there, but I've got 3 volumes of bleach which I'm going to be using as inspiration for the the manga, the panel layout. I think I'm gonna do, I want to do an art heavy one, so that page looked nice. I'm probably gonna do one massive, so probably like maybe 2 panels and one massive one at the bottom. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm not going to be the type of person to go out of my way right now and ask you to like and subscribe, because obviously you might not enjoy the video. You might find it insufficient when it comes to information. You might find it just hella boring. But I will supply music, as I always do. So if you do end up enjoying the video, then by all means feel free to like and subscribe. Even share the video to your friends if they like art as well. And I mean, just stay tuned for my manga videos. If that's it, I'm going to get onto my process. Obviously, the first thing that I'm going to be doing is making the thumbnail sketches. These are going to be like, seeing as I'm only going to be doing 3 panels, I'll just make them 3 panels. I could just get straight onto the more advanced, but obviously if you're doing more pages, if you're doing more panels than 3, then you're going to want to see this. So I'm going to be doing thumbnail sketches on this piece of paper. After that, I'm going to be doing more detailed thumbnail sketches, so what the page layout actually might look like. And then I'm going to be actually doing the page on this. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend, obviously if you're practicing, just use regular printer paper. But if you're doing an actual manga page, then go out your way, go buy some actual manga paper, comic paper, whatever, and have fun, because it's a lot thicker than this. Don't buy the ones that are thinner, because if you're using actual G pens, then it's not going to work out. But yeah, get thicker paper than this if you're doing an actual manga page and you're published or self-published. Anyway, onto the video. So essentially, long story short, what a thumbnail sketch is, I'm going to be using the plastic pencil for this, is when you plan out your page. So obviously this isn't what the actual scene in the manga is going to look like, but I'm just going to use Bleach's panels as an example. You want to draw them really small. Don't draw them too big, because you actually want to know what's going on. And then there's going to be a massive panel down there with art. So essentially you put who's going to be where. So who am I going to have? If I look at my inspiration, alright, so I'm going to have Sigidi up here. If you guys didn't know, he's the main character from my manga. Do an eye right here, eye right there. He's going to be angry and he's going to be looking down here. And we're just going to do his sword. And we're going to hear sling. So as you can see, I'm going to put that all the way down there. So Sigi swings sword. No. and we're basically just going to do a bunch of, you know, lines to indicate that he's going to be swinging down there. That's what you want it to look like. Just something basic. And the next page is good. Just, you can do it on the back if you want, but I'm gonna have it right here so I actually have reference. The next page is essentially just gonna be a more vamped up version of that. So I'm gonna speed through it and show you guys how I go. Alright, so now I've concluded what it's probably more than likely going to look like. I know it's terrible, it's not detailed or anything, and the proportions on the thingy, what's it called? The perspective shot are kind of off, but I'm going to fix that because now comes the actual stage. Now, this might not even be your final state. You might in the final stage decide to add another panel, and that's alright, but I'm gonna stick to what I've done. So I'm actually going to do it how you see most shonen manga could do their panels. What they'll do their panels going off. I mean, obviously when they actually draw it on the manga paper, it will be there, but they'll know that it's going to be outside. So I'm going to draw the two of the panels going off of this side. So yeah, I'm going to start now.
They just can't do what I do. Yo, baby, but I am not sorry. Say trap at the dab, now he think he can rap. Everything mama eat now, now in love, it's got the home. I just want the cash, don't try holding me back. Fighting like I'm Sailor Moon. I'm a target, then I'll shoot. Iconic like Hamasaki, make my own real Miyazaki. Keep it sweet, you keep it salty. 昔から夢でかい、取りたかったら取るしかない。個人で get me high、今は人生でぶっ飛びたい。飛びたい。Flip my hobby just like origami, coming to best on the fly. Go crazy, on the beyond the net. But candy, sweet but he don't know me. Back about how she don't pay for drinks. The club where I get paid to be. Drinks? We don't need a rhyme. Like, what's that? Like, who does that? Not us.
Hungover, manic motherfucker, laughing like the Joker, just wanna be 6 feet under. I'm tired running low like a flat tire, popping hella tranquilizers, people in my DMs asking for for my visualizers. I'm not someone to admire. Heart got an aperture, dropping hits from the tink shop. I'ma prematurely call you Casper, cause I hope I see you get murdered. This is the genesis of even more anger. When it comes to death, I've got extreme hunger. When it comes to giving a fuck, I ain't got the desire. I'll never be a one-hit wonder, just like how I'll never be sober. My entire life is a fucking blunder. Better know I'm a crazy motherfucker. When I'm done with the blunt, there's nothing left over. Bitch, I'm schizophrenic and bipolar. I'm a heavy smoker, that mad lad toker, lacking composure, mediocre loner, wretched stoner. The way to lyrical rapper, fuck a promoter. A&R sitting up my line, but I ain't got the kind of time. I just wanna die. I've got an Achilles heel, like a meal out of somebody new. But brains lack a stimulus will probably be the issue. Feels kinda weird cutting through human tissue, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I love to say the words fuck you. Told myself I would never be a simp, but I kinda wanna go meet my dead relatives. I'm craving death. Oblivion sounds kinda sex, but what the fuck is even my definition of it? All I know is past tense, stuck in the triage, eventually sad McDonald tree ad. Wish I was fucking dead, my life is a contronym. I really wanna die off on a whim. Loaded up some Vicodin, looking up a tech for some psilocybin. My eyelids are twitching, pupils dilating, I'm fucking tweaking. Posted with the 40 ounce, seen a shawty trying to flirt, but if she want a trick, I'ma make her hit the curb swerve. I'm a emo motherfucker, with roots of hood and hippie under my covers. In the taco, they call me the Hollywood psycho. I said it before and I'll say it again. This ain't a phase, I'll set your shit ablaze. The Austin klepto, take your life, turn this shit into Waco. Motherfucking wacko, fuck being vulnerable. It's my audible manifesto. Panama, red dab pen, and some needlepoint. Now let's flip a coin. Where do I go tonight? My failure denies my kryptonite. No refill. This life doesn't come with the sequel. Might die by a needle. Dilated pupils. I try to stay tranquil, but bitches are deceitful. So I ain't peaceful. Diabolical individual. Tired of it all. I fucking hate people. Whoever shot up my whip, you missed. Sorry, I still exist. Even when I'm shooting up dope, motherfucker, I don't miss. Nice try, yippee-ki-yay. Touche, I also wanna be more. Tay, long gone like the fucks I once gave. I know you wanna see me die, but I wanna be the one taking my life. I'm rocking, do not resuscitate. Uno reverse card, my overdose any day. People will say bad things happen in threes until they meet me. As I piss, I'm sipping at a 4D. In chaos is opportunity. You should know that I'm the hell spot, epitome of Murphy's Law, engulfing alcohol by the crack of dawn. No one will miss me when I'm gone.
Alright, so now guys, I have finished the manga page, and as you saw, I encountered a small problem where I had 2 blotches. I mean 3 blotches. One of them I managed to cover up with like a different way, but I had 2 quite big ink blotches go on the paper which I had to try to paint over, which didn't exactly work because, I mean, they started to turn red. I think it's because of what's inside the ink, but yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to get rid of that. I'll probably put a piece of paper, I'll probably like glue a piece of paper over it, but here is the finished product. I'm actually kind of proud of this. I'll scan it in so you guys can actually see if you can't see clear enough, but I'm actually kind of proud of this. I think the use of the grey tone markers is actually amazing. I would do the whole background in like a really light grey, but these 2 greys, in my opinion, they're a bit too dark for what I want to achieve. But I mean, either way, I really like it. Hold on, let me see if I can. I can't even lie, I really like it, and I think it's about. It makes sense how I turn that into that and that into that, pretty much. So that's gonna be it for me today, probably for the rest of this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you did. Like, subscribe, Chidori.